You know what the most ridiculous thing about YouTubers is? You know what the most ridiculous thing about YouTubers are? Do you know what the most ridiculous thing about YouTubers is? The lighting setup. I don't get it. Like, every YouTuber's got to have like some beautiful lighting thing. They're like at a desk. They've got like a desk behind them for. Why do you have a desk behind you? I don't even understand. Like, well, you got like it's like a bookshelf behind you. Like everybody in YouTube's got a bookshelf behind them or some kind of cool shelf where they can put cool lights, because that's how they live. Like, when they come home, all these little lights are on. They flip the switch. You know, you flip your light switch when you come home, and these little lights behind your bookshelf come on. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, actually. But, like, it'd be kind of weird, too. Be like you're always filming a video. You're, like, looking around every corner for, like, where's the camera at, you know? Always waiting for someone to ask you a question. Always ready to talk to somebody, to something. Not even a person, just a camera, you know? Like, you know, everybody's got to have this perfect... Like, why can't we just turn the lights on? Why can't we... What's bad about this? White balance? Lack of depth? I mean, what's the deal? Why can't we film YouTube videos like this? Why isn't this the trend? Guess it's just cooler with the lights off. I know, it is ridiculous. It's like, welcome to my channel. My name's SethC.art.wright, and today we're going to be talking about tech, and then, like, sweet review tech, technology, money, reviews, you know, like, channel, and then the video starts. What's up, guys? And they got cool lights set up. Like, man, this guy looks rich, you know. Looks like he lives in a mansion or something. Anyways, so today I wanted to tell you guys about how my first wedding video experience went yesterday, and the great things about it, and the, you know, hard things about it, and the frustrating things about it. So let's jump right in. Roll the intro. Cool logos. You know, branding. Slogan. SethC.art.wright. Cool. Okay, so first thing is, I don't have a list. So basically, trying to do video for a wedding by yourself sucked a ton. It was, I mean, like, it wasn't terrible, really, but, I mean, it was bad. And I'll just tell you right off the bat, the number one thing that made it hard was just straight up having the photographers there with you doing their thing while you're doing your thing, and you don't really know what you're doing anyways. And then, you know, the photographer, so I don't know if I've told this in any other video, but the photographer who hired me is one of probably the best Seattle wedding photographers in Seattle. He's really good. He's won a whole bunch of awards. I think Best in Bride magazine is the one. He's gets stuff published in all the time. He's won a bunch of awards from that magazine, like best wedding photographer of the year, a few different years, and then he got nominated like 9 years in a row or something. And he's also just does phenomenal work. Like, he's really good. Very attention to detail, very perfect, very centered, very, like, everything is perfect. Like, there's no, like, oh yeah, we kind of got it. It's like, no. Like, it has to be perfect. If we didn't get it, we're doing it right. We're getting it, you know? It's, like, very top-notch, very professional. Totally different mindset than, like, me, you know? A normal photographer who's like, oh, great, yeah, we got some really nice shots. Now, it's like, every shot needs to be good. And it typically is. So, it's very cool. So him, you know, he's awesome. I love working with him. It's very cool to see his workflow. I'm learning a ton, you know, just for myself being a photographer and everything. But, you know, he kind of was just like, hey, you know, try out some video. I want to see how you do with video, this and that. Okay, cool. Like, let's do it. I just want to work with this guy. You know, he's got so much experience and so good at what he does. It's like, I don't really care what I'm doing with him. I would love to just work doing anything with, like, let's go plant a tree or something, you know, let's do it. It'd be cool. So this guy, he's very cool, and so he wants me to do video for this wedding, and it's him, second shooter, who's also a very experienced person, very cool, and then there's me, video. Never done wedding video before. I've got this camera and two others, one that broke yesterday. I guess I'll tell that story at the end. But yeah, literally the hardest part about the entire day was like just the photographers being in my way and me being in the photographer's way. Like that whole relationship, that whole thing going on was the hardest part. Otherwise, would have been great. If I could have just run around with my own camera doing my own thing, would have been awesome. But for no, it like wasn't that like that at all. I had for the first look, is the only footage I've reviewed. I just looked at it on my camera right before this, and it sucked. I basically didn't get it. I basically didn't get the first look because I set one camera up on a tripod, and literally the photographer, the main guy, he was like, his head was the frame. It was like him right here. It was a 75-300 lens, which I know that's like a kit lens, 75 to 300 EF lens. But I had my 70-200 on my camera, on the one I was holding. So I had one of my cameras set up on tripod, filming, him and her coming up behind him, and literally the photographer's like right here, the entire time they're hugging, like talking to each other. He's like here, and like that's where the guy is. I put him right here. So you got like her coming up, him here, kind of like coming in, and then like photographer right there. And so it's like, didn't even get that. I remember specifically while I was going around with my camera thinking like, oh crap, I'm not even getting a shot because I can't be on the other side of the photographers. Like they're over here, I'm over here. We can't be on opposite sides of each other moving around because we're in each other's shots, right? I'm trying not to get in the way of my camera on my tripod because I know it's a good shot, but there's that. And then the fact that like my shots, I want to be smooth and consistent, and I don't want people in the background. I don't want all this weird crap. And I can't like duck under the photographers because I'm trying to film. Like my film can't just all of a sudden go up and down and all this crap. And it's just like, so basically I all I saw was the first look, and it looked horrible. I don't even think I have any footage to use from it, unless the camera I was holding got something. But I don't know. I didn't even get audio. I hooked up audio, forgot to start it. So good for me. We're learning here. So if you shot a wedding video and you feel like you failed, join the club. So I know I got a lot of really fantastic shots. I got some really good scenery, like setting shots, context, the building, the details, like all that stuff is really good. I got some really good smiles. I got some really good stuff. But like some of the most important parts, like the first look, I didn't get. And signing the marriage document I really wanted to get, they totally did it without us. Without the photographer or the video, or me being there at all. The bride and groom just did it without even telling us. And then it's just like, certain things. So it was frustrating. It was very frustrating. It was frustrating being the only guy doing video. During the ceremony, I set up 2 cameras on both sides shooting into the ceremony. Hopefully one of them got her face. Hopefully one of them got the guy. I can't look at him. I can't monitor this crap while I'm trying to shoot my own thing, trying to get some like little panning shots across the crowd, trying to get some high shots, the details, trying to do my own thing with my own camera. And I can't go up close because the photographer said don't actually go up near the ceremony, so I can't get any side shots at all. There's like all the people, and then like we're in this little greenhouse with basically no plants, really. It's just a greenhouse, no plants, just imagine that. And then there's like all the rows of people, and then the walls of the greenhouse are like right here, and that's where the edges of the chairs are. So there's like no side room to go up and down. There's no side room to go up and down the ceremony. The middle aisle is the only movement we have, and every single seat is full. Literally. Like, except 2 seats over here where I put my tripod. And then like I put my other tripod up in the corner, like in the very front, before the ceremony started. So hope everybody was in frame. I don't know. It's like, and I'm not gonna film the entire ceremony on my camera because guess what? Me and the other 2 photographers, we're all standing in the aisle. So it's not like I can't just film that crap. I can't film the whole time down the middle of the aisle. That's not gonna work because the photographers are in there, and I'm in their shots. So it's like that's not working very well. And then yeah, it was just really hard. Literally, that's just the biggest struggle. And there's so many times where I'm like, I'm on the wrong side. I'm getting in the way. And because we're just kind of testing out the video thing. We're just seeing how it looks, seeing how good I do. The main thing that they hired was the photographer. That was the main thing. I'm kind of just like a backup. We're kind of just testing out the video stuff. So, For this photographer, Seattle photographer who hired me. So he wants to make me like, like, hey, let's start doing video with my production. Like, we want photo and video, like a package deal. So he's trying to get people on board with that, like hiring people like me to help do video with his company. And it's like, that's very cool. But like, doing it solo sucks. That's not gonna work. Professionally, it's not gonna work. And number two, like, we need like better coordination and planning. I need to be able to talk to the bride and groom. I never even met them or talked to them until the day of the wedding, which is like, I feel like I should talk to them first and say hi before the day. I don't know. Stuff like that. So, anyways, that was the biggest frustration. Otherwise, details were great. I hit almost pretty much every shot that I talked about in my last video. That went really well. And I mean, I missed a few. There's a few. I was going over the shot list, of which, of course, I didn't review the entire day. Naturally, that's what happens. But yeah, I mean, I hit most of the shots. I got some really good shots. I'm excited to see, kind of like how everything turns out with editing. And then I also got some good audio. So audio is going to be great. So really excited for that. I didn't really get a lot of like the bride and groom talking. I don't think. Got the whole ceremony, so that's nice. But they didn't do any cute vows. They didn't read any letters to each other. I didn't get audio the first look. So it's like, I guess like the story's going to be told through the officiant and through the stories of the bridal party, the wedding party, and then the parents, whoever gave speeches. So yeah, that's interesting. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, yeah, make the best video you can, I guess. We'll see how it turns out. I'll throw something up on here so you guys can see. I did get some really fantastic shots. You're going to see like, oh, this is really good shots. Yeah, but also like there's a lot of frustrating stuff. So I also dropped one of my cameras. I was holding my 70-200 on my Canon R, that EOS R, and my fingers were just so tired of holding it. This is going to sound so stupid. I was just holding it at my waist and literally just opened my hand and dropped it. It's just one of the stupidest things you could do. I'll show you. Like, I was just holding my camera right here and literally just opened my fingers and it just fell. It just fell onto concrete, and the little flip screen was open, so the screen just exploded. And my 70-200 is still good. 70-200 millimeter lens is still good, which is great because it's a 2.8. It's a little more expensive, and it got a dent in the front filter, but it's not behind me. But it made it. It's still good, so it's good. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Like, if you're doing your first wedding video, that's the number one thing you're gonna have to worry about is the photographers being in their way, you being in their way. Like, if you're doing this by yourself, man, good freaking luck. You better be planned, prepared, everything. Be on your game. Like, I thought I was on my game, but it was still very hard. Things I didn't expect. Doing video is so much different because your shots don't stop. Like photography, it's like, bam, got it. Okay, you can get in my way, I can get in your way, whatever. Photography, you're going to different places, but video is like, you got to be smooth. You want it to look nice. You don't want weird stuff in the background. You can't edit that stuff out. There's no Photoshop for video. Like, you can't do that. You can kind of, but like, not. You don't want to have to do that. So yeah, it's very hard. So my next video, I hope you guys are ready for this because I've had this thing for like a week. Almost a week. I hope by looking at it, you can kind of tell that. What do we notice about this package? It's long, skinny, rectangular. Okay, could be a couple different things. I'll give you a little hint as to what it is. We'll see if we can see that. What's that word there? Okay. If you can read it, you see it, you know what I'm talking about. So, now that I have these cool lights that just came like 2 days ago, like right before the wedding, which I got to use a little bit, which was cool, I'm going to use these lights to shoot some cool B-roll of this long thing from that person who just released them like last week, and it got delivered in like 2 days, which was awesome. And I spent way too much money, which I should, whatever. Who cares? Yeah. I'm going to be unboxing this and showing you all for the first time with my own eyes, which is going to be awesome. This thing. And yeah, it's going to be cool. Be quiet, phone. So, hope you can see you guys in the next video. Stop. And stay tuned, yeah, for this thing in the next video. And video, we'll see you in another video with more videos to come in our videos. Maybe I'll video in my video. Who knows video. So, I don't think I have any other requests. Shout out Cool Ranch Doritos. Shout out Chinese buffets. Shout out Canon. Yeah. And Cheez-Its. Nice. And Coke Zero. It's good too. Yeah. Peace and love. See you guys later.